Hey, welcome back. It's time for lesson 44. God is the light in which I see. Today we are continuing the idea for yesterday, adding another dimension to it. You cannot see in darkness, and you cannot make light. You can make darkness and then think you see in it, but light reflects life and is therefore an aspect of creation. Creation and darkness cannot coexist, but light and life must go together, being but different aspects of creation. In order to see, you must recognize that light is within, not without. You do not see outside yourself, nor is the equipment for seeing outside you. An essential part of this equipment is the light that makes seeing possible. It is with you always, making vision possible in every circumstance. Today we are going to attempt to reach that light. For this purpose, we will use a form of exercise which has been suggested before and which we will utilize increasingly. It is a particularly difficult form for the undisciplined mind and represents a major goal of mind training. It requires precisely what the untrained mind lacks. Yet this training must be accomplished if you are to see. Have at least 3 practice periods today, each lasting 3 to 5 minutes. A longer time is highly recommended, but only if you find the time slipping by with little or no sense of strain. The form of practice we will use today is the most natural and easy one in the world for the trained mind, just as it seems to be the most unnatural and difficult for the untrained mind. Your mind is no longer wholly untrained. You are quite ready to learn the form of exercise we will use today, but you may find that you will encounter strong resistance. The reason is very simple. While you practice in this way, you leave behind everything that you now believe, and all the thoughts that you have made up. Properly speaking, this is the release from hell. Yet perceived through the ego's eyes, it is loss of identity and a descent into hell. So the idea of letting go can be terrifying, letting go of all those beliefs you've accumulated across your entire time on this earth. But the thing is, you wouldn't be doing this course or trying to change if you weren't in some way unhappy or in some state of hell here on earth. And so our ego does not trust. Our ego is afraid. It worries. It doesn't want to do these exercises because it is scared of the results. But I can tell you that by doing these exercises, you do find peace. So don't listen to your ego. Don't listen to the devil on your shoulder, okay? If you can stand aside from the ego by ever so little, you will have no difficulty in recognizing that its opposition and its fears are meaningless. You might find it helpful to remind yourself from time to time that to reach light is to escape from darkness. Whatever you may believe to the contrary, God is the light in which you see. You are attempting to reach Him. Begin the practice period by repeating today's idea with your eyes open and close them slowly, repeating the idea several times more. Then try to sink into your mind, letting go every kind of interference and intrusion by quietly sinking past them. Your mind cannot be stopped in this unless you choose to stop it. It is merely taking its natural course. Try to observe your passing thoughts without involvement and slip quietly by them. While no particular approach is advocated for this form of exercise, what is needed is a sense of the importance of what you are doing, its inestimable value to you, and an awareness that you are attempting something very holy. Salvation is your happiest accomplishment. It is also the only one that has any meaning, because it is the only one that has any real use to you at all. If resistance rises in any form, pause long enough to repeat today's idea, keeping your eyes closed unless you are aware of fear. In that case, you will probably find it more reassuring to open your eyes briefly. Try, however, to return to the exercises with eyes closed as soon as possible. If you are doing the exercises correctly, you should experience some sense of relaxation and even a feeling that you are approaching, if not actually entering into light. Try to think of light, formless and without limit, as you pass by the thoughts of this world. And do not forget that they cannot hold you to the world unless you give them power to do so. Throughout the day, repeat the idea often, with eyes open or closed, as seems better to you at the time. But do not forget, above all, be determined not to forget today. God is the light in which I see. So, I love the first sentence in paragraph 2. In order to see, you must recognize that light is within, not without. We all have a light inside us. It's our soul, if you want to call it that. It's that spark in us, and it can grow dim sometimes, or with the appearance of it growing dim. But I was thinking about lights. I can't remember if I've shared this thought with you guys before, but the idea of light and a light bulb, and how do lights work? Okay, so there's wattage, right? And the wattage is telling you how much electricity this filament can take, something like that. If you're a science major, great, you can correct me on this. But the wattage is the energy, and so the energy is how much energy is going into that light, and that's what makes it brighter. So how do we make lights brighter? Well, we increase the energy that goes to it. Some lights may appear to be dim because of a shade on them, a covering, and so that shade or covering on your light inside is unforgiveness, is fear, is worry, are all those ego things. Those are the things that are creating the shade that are dimming your light. But that light is in there, and with the help of your higher self, your Holy Spirit, whatever, that thing inside, with the help of that entity, getting past those dark thoughts, those dark beliefs, and letting them go, you're basically like cleaning the glass globe on your light until that glass globe is completely clean, and now the light can come easily through that glass. I don't know if you've ever had an outdoor light that has a glass globe on it and it gets covered in just grime and dirt, and you can't get as much light through. It's not the light itself that's gotten dimmer, it's the covering, it's that shell that we build around ourselves that limit our light. And so the cool thing is with this lesson, you are going to find that light inside. And I can tell you that when I'm sitting there and I'm meditating, it's like I can see just this light. It just fills me up, and it feels incredible. Like I feel like it's better than anything here on this earth. It's better than an orgasm. It's better than getting high or drunk or dancing your ass off. While all those things can be really fun, sitting here and just connecting and filling up with this euphoric energy, it's like there's just nothing better than that. And I kind of feel like perhaps all those things of sex and drugs and alcohol and just running around and trying to have fun all the time, while nothing's wrong with that, I have nothing against those things in moderation or to an extent. I feel like that is our human way of trying to feel the euphoria that we feel when we're connected to the source. And so the more I get connected to the source, the less I feel a draw towards those things that are not healthy for me, that were trying to find me some sort of elation. So again, if you enjoy having a drink, have a drink. If you enjoy having a smoke, have a smoke. If you enjoy spending time intimately with the person you care about, fine. I'm not judging that in any way. I'm just saying that this is pretty damn awesome, and you might just find that it's your new addiction, and one that has no side effects but positive ones. No illnesses can come from meditation. If anything, all the illness goes away. So have fun, as always. Enjoy this lesson. Share with me whatever experiences you're interested in sharing, or any questions you might have. Drop them in the comments or shoot me an email, and I'd love to hear from you. All right, take care, and I'll see you for lesson 45. Bye.